Hi, my name is Darius, and this is a locked safe. A safe full of everything you could ever desire. More money than you can spend. Outrageous wealth and abundance. Unlimited financial freedom. A life of choice and opportunity. And notice the combination of numbers or code that opens this safe. 369. Those numbers are super important. They are special numbers. Sacred numbers that hold the key to accessing a new, alternative, abundant reality, where you magnetically attract jaw-dropping financial miracles in just minutes. It sounds unbelievable, I know, but I'll explain exactly how it works in just a second. In just a few minutes, I'm going to reveal how these numbers hold the key to you quickly and easily hacking your mind and the universe to effortlessly attract complete financial freedom, unexpected cash windfalls, all on complete autopilot, no matter how your current finances are looking, and this will work for anyone, even if you have zero experience manifesting anything. But first, I've got to warn you, I've taught this technique for attracting unlimited wealth effortlessly to over 670,000 of my loyal fans in over 32 countries. And in fairness to people who've learned this technique before from me, I'm only able to leave this presentation up for a very short time before it's taken down. This manifestation code will make money show up for you out of the blue. It's the key to a billionaire lifestyle, first-class everything, amazing vacation homes, exotic travel, true happiness, meaning, and inner peace. And best of all, it requires no effort, no learning something new, and no boring mental or visualization techniques. A total investment of 5 minutes a day for the next 10 days is all that's needed. And these numbers will connect your mind to the universe and its unlimited gifts like never before. And rest assured, this is not about the law of attraction or any other manifestation technique you might have seen before. Stick around till the end of this short webinar, and I'll show you how to use these numbers in a way so powerful and compelling that it forces the universe to serve up your heart's desire every time. Here's a quick fact. All manifestation is controlled by how well your mind connects to the universe. The universe and your mind are the source of all wealth and abundance. Think about it. Your mind is where you conceive what you want, where you picture what your dream life will be like, and the universe is what delivers it to you. Today I'm going to share with you how to connect your mind to the universe in a way you never imagined possible, with these simple numbers, 3, 6, and 9. It's so powerful it'll astonish you. And if it seems a little unbelievable, I totally get that. But let me explain how. Using the numbers 3, 6, and 9 to connect your mind to the universe of unlimited possibilities and manifest your ideal life is not a new idea. In fact, the idea dates back over 140 years and was first born inside the mind of a man who was largely regarded as the greatest genius ever to walk the face of the earth. When Einstein was asked what it's like to be the smartest guy on the planet, he said, "I don't know. You have to ask this man." In just a second, I'll tell you all about how this man was the mental titan behind this manifestation loophole and a stack of other incredible technology that we use today, some of which still baffles modern scientists. First of all, we need to go back briefly to where this journey of discovery first started for me. Now, these days, life is good for me. I'm one of the leading manifestation teachers and authorities online today. Over 1 million people follow me and use my advice daily to get unstuck and attract wealth and abundance. People who've been trying to manifest for years. I'm paid 4-figure sums hourly to coach people on how to manifest their ideal lives. But if you told me 5 years ago that my life would be like this, I might have laughed in your face. If I could muster a laugh, that is. Because the sad truth is, I was totally lost. and beaten down by life when I discovered this secret of using 3, 6, and 9 to turn my life around. Every day was a merciless beatdown, emotionally, mentally, physically, and financially. It was an endless treadmill of the shrill 5 a.m. alarm sound, followed by a tortuously slow crawl through bumper-to-bumper traffic before I had to cold call one unwelcoming customer after another from a brightly lit and soul-crushing call center. I'd taken the job 7 years previously, told myself that it would tide me over for a few months just to get me through a dry money patch. But now I was trapped. I wasn't qualified to do much else. I'd left school early without even a high school diploma, and there I was. I'd catch myself staring at the gray ceiling sometimes thinking, is this it? Is this all I worked for? All of my life, just to end up here? I just thought things would be different at this stage. To make matters worse, I was living a kind of double life that filled me with deep shame. My family and friends thought I was senior management in this company. They thought I was climbing the corporate ladder, doing well for myself. Little did they know I'd been passed over time and again for a promotion, and I had no idea why. It was like I was invisible. Maybe you can relate to that feeling. While others thought I was doing okay financially on the outside, the inside was a very different story. Bills were going unpaid. Creditors were calling non-stop looking for payments. I would dread the sight of another red-colored final demand notice letter. And I was just about holding on to my dingy, run-down apartment. Then, just when I thought life could not get more stressful, it did. My girlfriend and fiancée, Sarah, who had stuck with me through thick and thin over the years, through financial struggle and hardship, through one disappointment after another, dropped a bombshell on me on a cold Thursday morning before work. As she padded in from the bathroom in her lilac dressing gown, she sat on the edge of the bed, turned to me and said, "I'm pregnant. 16 weeks gone. We're having a baby." I nearly fell off my chair when she told me. We were not planning for a baby, but this was happening. I was in shock. Now, part of me was, of course, over the moon. Sarah was such a great girl, an angel in my life, and I'd always wanted to be a dad. But there was one big problem. When I looked at my bank balance that night, my heart sank. Babies cost money, lots of money. This was the stress point for my finances that I'd always dreaded, the straw that would break me financially. My mind spun out of control with worry about how I would support this child. I had pictures in my head of us struggling just to put food on the table. As hard as I racked my brains for an answer to my problems, no answer came. What I know now is that an answer always comes. The universe is sending an answer to our problems all the time. It's just waiting on us to hear it. For me, the answer came in the most unexpected way. Just down the road from my house, in fact, in Joe's Cafe. I used to go there in the afternoons for some time to think, mostly about how I was going to come up with the money I needed to take care of my soon-to-be expanded family. I didn't do too much thinking, though. Most of my time was spent feeling like a failure, a loser that couldn't support his family. I actually had fantasies of living on a tropical island somewhere when I was younger, taking exotic trips with my family whenever I felt like it, and working just a few hours a week. But my life was a far cry from this fantasy. With just $2,000 to my name in the bank, not much for a life's work. I was feeling sorry for myself one day in Joe's Cafe and filled to the brim with worry when I heard a man's voice from behind me. "You look really worried." "What's that?" I answered back. "Worried," I said, answered the man. "You look worried," he repeated. I spun around to see who was talking. I saw a man in his late 50s peering back at me with china blue eyes and salt and pepper hair. It sounds kind of strange, but I felt like he was looking right through me, into my soul. He was a sharp dresser, too. Sharp slate gray Italian suit and a gold Rolex glistening on his wrist. He looked like he'd never had a money worry in his life. "Want another refill on that coffee?" he said warmly. "Yeah, sure," I muttered. "I'm Sebastian," he said. And so we got to talking. It turned out I was dead wrong about this guy. I assumed he came from wealth or a rich background. He had a very rough upbringing, coming up in one of the tougher parts of Toronto. The son of a violent alcoholic and drug-addicted mother, life had been anything but easy for Sebastian. He'd even spent some time in foster homes as a kid. Like me in a way, he thought life and the universe were out to get him at that time in his life. He didn't realize, as I know now, that the universe is always steering you on a path to your highest potential and good. So what happened, I asked. How did it all turn around for you? He looked at me for a second with some hesitation in his eyes, wondering whether to tell me more. And then he continued, "It sounds kind of crazy, I know, but it's all down to just 3 numbers. 3, 6, and 9. And some help from the greatest genius the world has ever known." "Who's that?" I asked. "Nikola Tesla," Sebastian answered quickly. "That name's familiar," I said. "It should be," Sebastian answered back. "He's the greatest genius ever to walk the face of the earth." Sebastian explained how most people know only a fraction of what Tesla did, or maybe they just know his name from the famous electric car. It turned out Sebastian had been given a special book on Tesla by one of the kinder foster parents in his youth, who wanted to really help young boys. He was a special man, and this was a special book, he said. It was a book about the greatest genius of the last century, Nikola Tesla. Tesla was the greatest scientist to ever live, he explained. Born in 1856 in Croatia, he was responsible for many of the world's greatest inventions, including alternative current that all electricity runs on today, X-ray technology, the modern-day radio, the electric motor, the concept that you see in Tesla cars, even early robotics. Tesla was an undisputed genius, no doubt about it. Even as a child, Tesla could memorize entire books and store logarithmic tables in his brain. When Einstein was asked what it's like to be the smartest man in the world, he said, "I don't know. You'll have to ask Nikola Tesla." Tesla didn't inspire me to become a scientist, though, Sebastian said. He inspired me to become successful beyond my wildest imagination. Most people know Tesla as the undisputed genius he no doubt was. But what most people don't know about Tesla was that he was a master of manifestation. Perhaps more than any other man who ever lived. Tesla manifested more wealth and amazing creations than any other man. Although not that interested in money, he did license his patents for over $600,000 in cash and stocks to the Westinghouse Electrical Company early in his career. That's over $10 million in today's money. He also created more than 300 patents in his life of 86 years. They were potentially worth hundreds of millions. Ideas and inspirations for his hundreds of inventions would come to Tesla effortlessly, and he believed these ideas were coming from the universe, not his mind. He was once quoted as saying, "My brain is only a receiver. In the universe, there is a core from which we obtain knowledge, strength, and inspiration." He claimed to be inspired by a force greater than himself. Rather than trying to come up with invention ideas himself, they came from this core he talked about in the universe. And the way Tesla connected with the universe was by frequency or vibration. Nikola understood that emitting the right vibration was the key to connecting with the source of everything in the universe he needed, and receiving all the abundance it had to offer. Tesla was also quoted as saying, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." And one particular vibration interested Tesla the most. It summed up in the numbers 3, 6, and 9. Nikola was obsessed with these numbers. He used to say constantly, if you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, then you would have a key to the universe. Tesla would only stay in rooms that contained these numbers, 3, 6, and 9. He would only stay on floors in buildings or rooms with those numbers. Tesla would walk around the block 3 times before a meeting, sometimes 6 or 9 times. In Sebastian's eyes, given the incredible genius and success of Tesla, it was clear he was onto something. He was not sure exactly what at first, but the numbers 3, 6, and 9 had changed Sebastian's life. He'd gone from being broke and destitute to living in a 10-bedroom mansion in one of the wealthiest parts of Toronto. He traveled first class everywhere, took multiple exotic holidays, wore designer clothes, and had more money than he could spend. He had a wonderful wife and 3 children. "I didn't try to manifest all this wealth and abundance," he said. "In fact, I was shocked at how easily it all came," he said. "Life used to be such a struggle, always scrimping and saving for years. Now wealth just flowed effortlessly for him. I want the same for you," he said. "I spend my time these days looking for lost souls like you, raising them up from failure and despair to living lives of effortless abundance. And I want you to have the same knowledge of how to use these numbers and what they represent to change your life too. These days, I don't use the book I got all those years ago to continue to attract success into my life. I focus on the core of Tesla's teachings, the frequency or vibration of 3, 6, and 9. It turned out Sebastian had been to MIT on a scholarship after he read the book on Tesla as a kid. Such had been the massive influence of the teaching of Tesla had on his life. There, he got an honors degree in engineering, so he knew a thing or two about numbers. He went on to explain what this 369 idea of Tesla's teachings meant. To Sebastian, he believed Tesla was talking about a sound wave frequency, the sound of 369 hertz to be exact. It was the vibration of sound Tesla was alluding to. It makes sense if you think about it, Sebastian said. Tesla was fascinated with vibration, and sound is one of the core vibrations we live with. Sound can affect us in dramatic ways. A loud siren, for instance, can evoke fear or alarm, or softer meditative sounds can create incredible feelings of deep relaxation. Just listening to certain sound waves has a remarkable effect on the brain, he explained. And this idea is also backed by scientific research. It turns out that listening to 369 hertz is one of the fastest and easiest ways to get into an alpha brainwave state. He explained further, the alpha brainwave state is a brainwave state meditators spend years trying to get into. It's the brain's wave state that calms the mind and helps it to focus its attention on what you want. And what you focus on tends to manifest as reality. Sebastian continued, most people who try to manifest use some new tool or other they advertise today, like some manifestation prayers or something similar, and they fail. Or they go old school with vision boards and affirmations, and they fail again. It's not because these methods don't have some merit, of course they do. However, the normal everyday brainwave state of most people is one of stress and worry, especially when it comes to money. We're actually wired to worry, to look for problems in our environment. It's how we survived for thousands of years. And money is necessary for survival in this world. So, all the worry gets focused on it. This worried state affects your emotions, your ability to focus, and ultimately your vibration around money. And if your vibration is low or disturbed, you can forget about attracting anything you want in your life. According to the Harvard Gazette, this alpha brainwave rhythm is thought to turn down the noise in the mind and quiet distracting thoughts. Students in the alpha wave state made faster and significantly more pronounced attention-based decisions. In other words, they automatically made better decisions in their lives. So, the bottom line is, the alpha state enables you to slow down, relax, and focus. And what you focus on starts to grow bigger in your life. Brainwaves are also the core of your reality, the core of all your experiences. German physiologist and psychiatrist Hans Berger, who recorded the first EEG machine in 1924 to measure brainwaves, said the root of all our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors are brainwaves. They are the core of what we know as reality. Anything that alters our brainwaves will alter our reality. So, sound can effectively alter our reality by altering our brainwaves. In the holistic world, the frequency 369 Hertz is associated with cleansing the root chakra. That chakra is associated with our survival and getting all our needs met. When it's clear, the path is open for abundance to come our way. It helps us achieve our goals. It lets our dreams come into our reality. The alpha brainwave state is the place where real changes are made in the mind. According to Psychology Today, neuroscientists recently made a correlation between an increase of alpha brainwaves and the ability to reduce depressive symptoms and increase creative thinking. They go on to say that the neurogenesis, that's growth of new neurons, that takes place in the alpha state can alter the architectural connectivity between brain regions and even increase brain volume, which directly impacts cognitive function. Now, a major part of cognitive function is our thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes. When in an alpha brainwave state, your mind opens up to release deep subconscious blocks that stop the universal messages of abundance from getting into your mind. So deep-seated negative beliefs we're all programmed with, like, I'm not good enough, I'm not competent, I'm a failure, simply melt away like snow on a sunny day in the alpha brainwave state, leaving the mind clear to be creative and calm, leaving the mind clear to fulfill its true potential, leaving your mind clear to hear the inspiring intuition from the universe, just like Tesla did, where you can manifest exactly what you desire, be that a luxury gleaming car, the perfect palatial dream home, a loving soulmate. It's all there at your fingertips. Your vibration change in the alpha brainwave state clears negative low vibration thoughts, and the positive messages from the universe can finally flood into your mind, just like Tesla had experienced. According to Sebastian, when Tesla said, if you want to understand reality, you need to understand frequency and vibration, he was talking about using this powerful sound to alter your vibration or brainwave state, clear away internal blocks to abundance, and manifest new abundant realities at will. I sat there amazed and a little skeptical at what Sebastian had just told me. Sebastian told me how he'd been working on this sound over the years with professional, highly sought-after sound engineers. He added some special touches to refine the sound of this 369 Hertz frequency, making the recording more potent, more powerful, helping him to access the alpha brainwave state for longer. And the result was more and more abundance showing up in his life every year. He had more money than he could spend, an incredible loving family and kids, and took multiple exotic vacations every year. He also felt a deep, unshakable peace in his heart. After years of suffering with anxiety and depression going all the way back to his childhood, he handed me the recording on a small memory stick to listen to. He placed a comforting hand on my shoulder, told me goodbye, and before I could process all that had just happened, he was gone. To be honest, I thought he was a little crazy at first. The idea seemed a little out there to me. But there were the scientific studies backing it up, and I had nothing to lose. So that afternoon after work, I went home to a quiet house, lay back on the couch, and listened. I'd tried some manifestation stuff before, but got bogged down doing affirmations and vision boards. The sound was super relaxing, no doubt. That's the first thing I noticed. I felt relaxed. Yet I still had my money worries and financial stresses and all that stuff. The next day I woke up at the usual time, 8 a.m., and headed off to work. Nothing seemed different. In fact, at 8 p.m. that evening, it all seemed painfully the same as I checked my bank balance. $89.67 overdrawn. My heart sank. A late payment on my overdue mortgage payment had sent me into the red again. My stress levels started to rise inside me, and I thought to myself, that recording is just not working. Then I remembered Sebastian had told me to listen to the recordings for at least 3 days. So I sat down that night for a few minutes and listened again. The second day, nothing, kind of like the day before. Then on day 3, something interesting happened. An unexpected bank transfer hit my account for, wait for it, $3,671. Not a fortune, but a much appreciated boost to my income that month. It was a refund on an overpayment on a loan from years ago, something I thought the bank would conveniently forget. But there it was, clear as day. And the numbers, they caught my attention. It contained a 3 and a 6. Could it be? I thought to myself. Nah, that'd be just too crazy a coincidence. As the weeks went on, and I listened to the recordings every day, life started to take on some very interesting new and unexpected twists. My sales started to shoot up at work. It was small at first. People started saying yes more than no to what I was offering on the phone every day. And then it snowballed to more and more yeses. It was kind of weird. Like I had a special new power or something. And my performance shot through the roof, a fact that did not go unnoticed by higher management, to whom I'd always felt invisible before. Before long, I was called into the office with my line manager, Steve, which was odd because he always liked to talk to me at my cubicle. But he greeted me with a warm, wide smile, unusual for Steve, and told me to take a seat. "You're being promoted to floor manager," he told me, and there was a significant pay raise to boot. Now I could actually delegate more work out, freeing up my time to be with Sarah more. I was elated. I felt like a weight had been lifted off my back, and it didn't end there. A few weeks later, I was taking a long lunch and got to talking with one of my long-term work colleagues. He shared with me a simple online business he was working on for an hour or so a day that was starting to grow rapidly in revenue. It involved very little work and was a solid, long-lasting opportunity. I thought, what the hell? I had nothing to lose. So I gave it a go. And a few weeks went by, and to my amazement, within 6 months, I was making 10 times what I was making at my regular job every month. Another month or two, and I had more than enough to quit my job and spend even more much-needed precious time with my family. Thanks to one simple sound. Using a specific frequency from a benevolent genius many years ago. My life had completely transformed. I went from struggling to thriving, practically overnight. I went back to the cafe on many days after my life turned around, looking for Sebastian, hoping to meet him and thank him for all that he'd done. I even left my number with the owner for him to contact me, but no one ever saw him again. So, as part of my new life's mission, I decided I would share this abundance frequency with other people. I connected with a sound engineer company myself and got professional recordings made with the frequency, tweaking them to make them more clear, more powerful, helping me to access the abundant alpha wave state faster and for longer. At first, I started sharing it with friends and family and those who could take a small leap of faith and give it a try. There were some amazing rewards for those who had an open mind. My friend Steve came into an unexpected inheritance within weeks of listening. Laura passed her driving test after failing 10 times and won a new car, one she'd always dreamed of. Simon finally got his book published after years of bitter rejection letters from publishers, and the list of miracles went on and on. It's almost too long to mention. As word spread, more and more people came asking for my help, and my wife and I decided to make this sound and incredible vibration-altering effect it contained available to more and more people. Releasing it online, albeit for a limited time, was the natural decision to make. So that's what happened. I call the program Tesla Manifestation, in honor of the man behind it. It's a simple 3-step program using this amazing sound to manifest a life you might only be dreaming right now. It's a simple 3-step process for opening your mind to connect to the universe, like Tesla had always talked about, and manifesting an amazing life. It really is as simple as 1, 2, 3. Step 1 is to take some time to relax and listen for 10 minutes to the vibration-altering sound. Step 2, allow some time to move your mind into the alpha brainwave pattern, where all changes take place on a deep level. Step 3, take some time to allow the thinking patterns and new vibration to take hold in your mind and manifest a new reality without even trying. There are no boring ebooks to read and learn from, no courses you have to wade through, no seminars you have to pay to attend. Just listen. That's it. Let the sound do its work and let more opportunities flow into your life with ease. This simple, no-fuss manifestation practice is the answer to manifesting financial blessing effortlessly, no matter what's happening in the world or in the economy. Manifesting riches and new opportunities, ending money worries for good. Imagine your new life with Tesla manifestation in it. Each day, you will be unlocking more and more of your ability to attract wealth and abundance. And how you define that abundance will be up to you. You could start living a life filled with 5-star travels, first-class everything, vacation homes in exotic locations, or you might let a sense of real purpose and abundance and meaning come flooding into your life. Your life can go from always being stuck in first gear to living the life of unlimited abundance, where the shackles of financial constraints are finally cast off for good. You'll be able to do what you want, when you want, without having to add up the cost ever. Your brain, body, and beliefs will all be working together for a change, connecting with a clear line to the universe and downloading abundance effortlessly. Working to actualize wealth like never before in your life, working to maximize your fullest wealth potential. You'll experience a financial and lifestyle transformation. People will look at you as a person who no longer just gets by, but lives the great life. Tesla manifestation will revamp your world. Turn on your potential for massive wealth without you having to do the heavy lifting. Change your deep-seated negative beliefs about money into wealth-attracting, inspiring ones. You'll feel a liberating comfort about money deep in your mind and body. You'll erase your debt, make money work for you and not against you. You'll be filled with hope, satisfaction, and happiness. Have better relationships. Just sit back, relax, and listen to the audio every day for the next 10 days and watch this new reality unfold in your life. Here are just some of the people who have tried Tesla manifestation for themselves and have seen incredible changes manifest in their lives. So, you may be wondering, how much does Tesla manifestation cost? Well, I'll tell you. It doesn't cost anywhere near as much as it should, considering the life-changing effects it can have. Some law of attraction gurus out there would keep this for those overpriced manifestation seminars and charge anything they wanted. Hell, this stuff really works, and most people will pay anything for real results. But one thing I'm not is greedy. I'm not running some mega corporation here. I'm not here to make a profit from you. I see myself like Sebastian these days, just out to find lost souls who are struggling and show them how simple and easy it is to turn your life around without working harder or by learning a lot of new stuff. These days, I live in the 5,000 square foot house of my dreams with a pool facing the ocean. My life is better than I could ever have dreamt of years ago. I don't have a ton of overhead and costs. So what I decided to do was price this one-of-a-kind secret information so low you'd think I'd lost my mind. Just enough to cover web hosting costs is all I need, and some advertising expenses, at a fraction of my hourly $1,000 personal coaching fee. $47 is just enough to cover web hosting and some ad costs. That's all you need to invest, risk-free, today, to get Tesla manifestation, because you are covered by my 100% money-back guarantee. Access Tesla Manifestation today, and you'll be in the members area in just minutes from now. Listen to the recordings for the next 10 days. Start seeing new blessings and abundant events manifesting in your life. And if for any reason or no reason you feel Tesla Manifestation is not everything I say it is and a lot more, simply contact me for a full refund immediately, anytime within the next 60 days. I don't believe I can be more fair than that. I'm taking all the risk on my shoulders because I want you to feel secure and safe to make this tiny risk-free commitment for a life-changing result. Remember, I'm sending you something most people don't even know exists. Not only that, but if you'll just follow the simple, easy-to-use instructions just once, you'll likely make back your tiny investment 500 times over in the next few months alone. In the interest of being completely upfront, this opportunity will not be around forever. I like to provide full support to anyone who gets Tesla Manifestation, and with all my other projects going on right now, I can only take on a few new clients. And once the spots are filled, you're out of luck. Sorry. And I'm not just blowing smoke here either. The minute this gets to be too much for me and my small staff to handle, the website goes down. I've done it before. I've had to. And sorry to say, it did end up upsetting quite a few people who missed out. Right now, I'm in the process of going to a number of exclusive manifestation seminars again to talk. And once that kicks off, I just won't have the time for this to get bigger. So, you've got to move quickly. Now listen, right in front of you, you hold the key to attract a fortune, to manifest new opportunities like unlimited wealth, palatial homes, exotic travel, and unexpected streams of life-changing cash. With a unique manifestation tool no one else is using right now, all that is left right now is the decision you need to make to actually do this. Simply click the instant access now. Fill in your information and you'll be part of this Tesla Manifestation community in just 2 minutes. Act right now and you'll also get these fast action bonuses worth $597, absolutely free. The Millionaire Mindset Shift. Now here's a fact. Millionaires are not more talented or educated or clever than most other people. Some are, of course, but one of the overriding factors on the road to their success was one simple mindset shift. This simple mindset shift is like adding nitrous to frequency manifestation. It will, at the very least, help you double, triple, or even quadruple the kind of money you're on right now. You also get the money abundance magnet moves. There are certain simple behaviors, easy behaviors you can adopt into your life today to make attracting abundance 10 times easier. You'll be shocked when you see how simple some of these behaviors really are. It's easy to start doing them today. You also get Money Confidence Booster. If money could have one emotion connected to it, it would be the emotion of confidence. Confidence and money go hand in hand. Confidence is the emotion of feeling deserving or worth it. The more you have of this emotion, the more money you can attract. Simple as that. This recording will help boost your levels of confidence almost immediately. You also get the Health Chakra Spinner. Chakras are spinning wheels of energy that relate to different organs in the body. They date back as far as Egyptian times. Every culture talks about chakras in different parts of the body. When they're spinning easily, health is almost guaranteed. But for one reason or another, their spinning can be altered or slowed by life's ups and downs, and then poor health and sickness shows up. This special recording helps you to get your health chakra spinning in the right direction again, to skyrocket your health. Hit the instant access button below right now and join the Tesla Manifestation community today. You're at the crossroads right now. You need to ask yourself, are you ready to live the life of your dreams, or do you want to return to your daily grind? Life comes down to simple choices sometimes, and now is one of those times. You need to decide now, because I'm not sure for how much longer this page will be up. This opportunity will not last forever. Sure, you can leave today and go back to your daily life. Sure, you can do that. But you need to ask yourself, where will you be in 1 month, 3 months, even 6 months from now? I think you know the answer to that, right? In the same place you are right now, struggling to live a life of financial freedom, struggling to live the kind of life you really want. Don't look back then only to wonder how different things could have been for you. Don't do that to yourself. Make time today to take a risk-free decision to become the best version of you. It doesn't matter what your past looks like. You have the tools now in Tesla Manifestation to make a massive change in your life today and create radically different results. Wouldn't you like that? Take a risk decision right now and let's start getting this manifestation business handled once and for all. Hit the instant access button right now, and I'll see you on the other side.